himself obeys the sit-at-home on Monday, and then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit-at-home, and government shut down on Mondays, it means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland.
The summary of it. The summary of it is that we cannot run away from this stark reality that Nigeria has to be restructured. Whether it is the restructuring that gives more powers to states or a return to the regional arrangement of the past, or the restructuring that allows parts of the country that want to go and stand as independent nation, whatever that restructuring means, we must not run away from it. And our position as bishop, and I must say now, I'm carrying you along as a diocese, is that if we continue to pretend that all is well, we will keep bleeding profusely. And very soon, there might be nothing called Nigeria. Instead of our killing ourselves under the pretext of remaining one indivisible nation. Some people say Nigeria's unity is non-negotiable. I want to see how it is negotiable. This thing is like marriage. You don't force two people to get married. We have been forced into a marriage that is hurting us. And every day we are dying and pretending to be one. Please, instead of our killing ourselves, and there will be no Nigeria left, let us come to a round table like this. Bring Nigeria as a cake. Bring one big knife and share the cake. Share the cake. Share the cake.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved home, land of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives, or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, depending on your time zone. I salute all Biafrans all over the world and lovers of freedom. Salute the Amazonian people, the Middle Beltans, and every lovers of freedom that loves what the Biafran people are doing and understands what freedom is all about. Happy New Year to all of you, and whatever thing you worship and whatever name you worship, may the God of creation enrich you and makes 2024 a better year for you. In 2024, our messages to one Nigerian terrorist must be well delivered. So, part of the template for 2024 goes as far as making the Zoo terrorists to understand that if you claim that you own oil wells in Biafraland, it is time to make you understand that you don't own anything in Biafraland. You cannot be origin from Guinea, cannot be origin from Burkina Faso, cannot be origin from Niger Republic, cannot be origin from Senegambia, and then you tell us you own oil well in Biafra land. All of you will be sacked, all those oil wells. And any other company that claims to be international company who wishes to continue to invest in Biafran territory, it is either you acknowledge the existence of Biafran Republic government in the exile and the de facto government in the homeland, and then we give you our terms for you to be able to understand what to do and how to do it. If you're not ready to imbibe with this, all of you will have to quit Biafra land. 2024 is the time for the declaration of the restoration of the independence of Biafra. And everything have been put in place, like my Prime Minister enumerated in his State of the Union broadcast, which you must not ignore everything that he says. So, on this very note, we wish to still remind those that claims to be making money from oil and gas in Biafra land. It is the oil and gas in Biafra land that has made Fulani to massacre people the way they like. It is the oil and gas in Biafra land that Britain aided and abetted the genocide of over 10,000 children, women, and men of Biafra. They blockaded everywhere. Why? Because of their interests, because of their monetary interests and their political values, which they try to protect. In 2024, the Biafran Republic government in exile, under the leadership of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, has laid every base and every foundation for this Biafra to come. All we need from you, like he said, is we need more funding now because everything are in place. So if you have a brother or a sister or a family member or friend who is working in any of these oil companies that they are exploiting our natural resources in Biafra land, begin to warn them now, give them the messages now, that in this 2024, if you don't hear, stay off the refineries or the oil exploitation tanks, your head will carry the beze. In 2023, many oil exploitation tanks in Biafra land were taken over by the Biafran Republic government in exile. And the exploitations were stopped, like you know of in Bakassi, in Atabong, and many other places. This was just a tip of an iceberg so that people will understand what Biafran Republic government in exile are fully ready for. Now, coming into 2024, when you hear of the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of the Biafran people, it means there is nothing that will be left unturned, and no stone will be left untouched. We are imploring everyone to do it as a point of duty to advise those you know that serves in these oil companies. Do not be deceived with the idea that people in Zamfara, people in Kaduna, people in Borno, people in Sokoto, people in Niger can be the owners of the oil and gas, natural resources, and the wealth in your own community. Because the gold in Zamfara, you are not the one that own the wealth. The gold in Zamfara is for the people in Zamfara. But the oil in Biafraland is for the criminals who are using it to buy more weapons, sponsor the terrorists, and then massacre people every day. The Prime Minister of the Biafran people have done everything, and we need more of your funding now. We thank all those that have been making contributions since the beginning time to this very day, most especially since when our Prime Minister took over the mantle of leadership. You showed support and you showed courage and you showed trust, even as you did not see him face to face or know him from where he came from or where he resides. Everyone communicate on the media, but the cooperation and the togetherness and the unity of purpose drive us so well that the Biafran people became so determined at this very time to defend themselves and to restore their dear dignity. And that which we've started, we must take it to the finishing line so that the zoo terrorists will understand that the Biafran people that are leading the affairs of the Biafran liberation now are the people that we already ordained before now to come to be. So on this very note, I give credence to the existence of our eternal leader, Dame Odumekwujubu. I give credence to the existence of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I give credence to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the man of the moment, the Obatobie, the finisher that has come to finish what our eternal leader, our supreme leader, and many others that have fought the fight of freedom started. In our own time, a lot have happened and a lot of achievements in just few months. So this is mind-boggling that we should understand that we are in for serious business. In Niger, or maybe in Niger State, the way it may be well pronounced in your own vocabulary, Boko Haram terrorists have taken over, and then they build toll gate. They collect taxes, they collect revenues, and they implement everything the way they want. We are telling you in Niger State now, and this is this early January. This is early January here that we are telling you this. Now, remember that since 2014, Borno State have been under the control of Fulani terrorists, the Boko Harams, and the ISWAP, and the Ansar terrorist group, and everything that they have. The conquest agenda of Usman Danfodio, the jihad, has been playing. One Nigeria are not making noise about it. Musa is not crying over that. The presidency is not crying over that. The Senate president is not crying over that. The governors are not crying over that. The ministers are not crying over that. The senators are not crying over that. The commissioners are not crying over that. But what they are crying about is Biafra. Fulani terrorists have been reigning and implementing everything they can and want in Borno State since 2014. And since then, elections have not been conducted in those places. When you hear that there is Borno State and then you hear that there is a governor state, the state is divided into two. Majority part is ruled by the terrorists, while just few is ruled by the governors. And all the senators and ministers and the Ohanese Nkurumiri that you hear them make noise everywhere, will they not say anything about this? We will not allow our women and children to be massacred and packed in body bags like it happens every day in Plateau, happens every day in Borno, happens every day in Niger State, happens every day in Benue, happens every day in Katsina, in Zamfara, in Nazarawa, in Kaduna and in Kano. No, we will not. Biafra land will be defended at all costs. So we need to say super kudos to our Prime Minister for his tenacity. We need to say super kudos to the Biafran Liberation Army. Biafran Liberation Army was unveiled on the 21st of Helsinki Declaration 2023. If you count from October, Helsinki 2023, to this very day, you see that we are not up to 3 months or 4 months or thereabout. But within this space of time, the Nigerian government, through their defense chiefs and their senators and ministers and governors, they are all crying over the firepower of the Biafran Liberation Army. That is to tell you that you are fighting a good fight and that you have a reason to destroy all your enemies, all the assailants that are coming to cut the heads of your women and children and to butcher your pregnant women into two and to remove babies and remove the body part and cell. So, you are not going to stop this because this is the only way out. When Israel slept and woke up and saw their babies smitted to the ground and body parts chopped into pieces, women and children burned alive by the Hamas terrorists, Israel did not come out and start calling on anybody. They did not come out and start shouting on anybody. Israel went into the War Council, re-strategized, set a plan on how to eliminate everything that has to do with Hamas terrorists. As we speak now, Israel are eliminating them in total. So what is my message? My message is that the Biafran Republic government in exile, with the armed wing of the Biafran Liberation Army, Biafran Resistance Fighters, Biafran Navy, Biafran Air Force, and the Biafran Police, and the Biafran Defense Force, we will continue to destroy and to cut off every terrorist that is coming into Biafra land to massacre our women and children. The good thing is that we have men and women who are determined to secure motherland, and they have stood their ground. They have let go every other thing. They sacrifice all their life, their pleasure, and everything that they could ever have just to make sure there is motherland, just to make sure our women and children are not butchered. These are volunteer armies. And we are telling you that all these volunteer armies need now is more funds. More funds, more resources is what we need. The resources we need now is not human resources. We have human resources. What we need now is ego. We need money. Money, money. The economic part of the resources is what we need. The monetary part of the resources is what we need. We need to acquire more defense mechanism. We need to acquire more weapons. We need to acquire more and more and more defense forces that will be able to do what? To defend motherland. When you hear Musa cry and One Nigeria cry of Biafran Liberation Army under the able leadership of my Prime Minister taking over their airspace, you may not understand what it means. It's not an easy thing for us to take over an airspace that you cannot come in and then bomb the Biafran people the way you are bombing in Kaduna, the way you are bombing in Kano, the way you are bombing in Borno, the way you are bombing in Niger State, the way you are bombing in Plateau. Before, you used to hear that they come to Biafra land and they will be throwing bombs in Olu, throwing bombs in Iyala. Did you now hear them come and throw the bomb again and then raise their shoulders? Now, because Biafran Liberation Army, through the able leadership of our Prime Minister, have been able to cut their wings off from the airspace of Biafra, and they are not able to come and bomb your women and children again. That is where the cry is coming out from. At times you wonder the pleasure these people have in just coming to massacre people. They will just come to communities and then start bombarding the communities, because the idea is that this is where ESN, like they used to say it. Remember when they went to somebody's cement, they went and did what? Set fire, destroy everything, and then they say it is where ESN is. You will not hear them say it is where Biafra Liberation Army is. So you will hear them say it is where ESN is. They know we have no ESN as a government of Biafra. That what we have now is armed forces of Biafra, a legitimate forces that are bound to fight the terrorists to the defense of the territory of Biafra. But when they want to go and massacre people innocently, you will hear them say they are after IPOB ESN. They are not happy that we don't allow them to fly anyhow and then come in and impulse and bomb our women and children because they enjoyed it. The people that supplies them the weapons, that supplies them the fighter jets and the Tucanos, they enjoy seeing them in display. When they bomb, massacre, at the end of the day, they see dead bodies of women and children laid and littered everywhere. Those people that supplies them the weapon, they are very, very okay about it. Because their own interest is to see that oil and gas route is cleared for them to go and get their oil and gas. That is what interests them. That you cry, you yearn, you weep, you lament, it has nothing to do with them. It is their monetary interest. But we are telling you that every oil and gas company thieves, every oil and gas thieves, because they are all thieves, they are criminals. Chevron is criminal. Shell is a thief. All of them, whatever name that they call them, they are all thieves because none of the natural resources is theirs. How can somebody sit down in UK to control your own natural resources in your own community? They set a pipe, channel it all out from Biafraland, past Niger Republic, past Uganda, and past Burkina Faso, past here. The pipe goes all the way to Europe. From Europe to America, from America to UK. So is the oil channeled out. And they are enjoying it while you are all dying. You in Nigeria that you call yourself in Niger area, you cannot sit down in Niger area and then control the oil and gas and tank wells in UK. You cannot sit down in Niger area, control the oil wells and tanks in America. You cannot sit down in Niger area and control the oil wells and tanks in Europe. Who born you? Who born monkey? Because of the evil, corrupt entities that we have, they have made the lives of the youth to become so vulnerable that they now become anything by the day. So our message is very, very clear. This is the same UK that is exploiting your oil and gas and every resources every day. But let me shock you that UK does not give you visa free of charge to UK. It is the same UK that colonized you and gave you independence. They have been suckling you since 1900, coming down to this very day. But you cannot go to UK with a free visa. You must go and sweat, use your money, and look for visa, pay, buy. At the end of the day, the same passport that them, UK, put to the system for you to use, that passport has been bastardized on the system. Nigerian passport is the most useless and the one that has been blacklisted on the system and cannot be used for any purpose of any kind. The people that colonized you, the people that gave you independence, the same people cannot even allow you to come into the country of colony without visa. But every day they come to suckle your oil and gas from where you are. Biafran Republic government in exile have sent a message to every oil exploitation thieves and companies that in 2024, you either acknowledge the Brgie government of the people and follow the ethics that will be given to you, or you stand a chance of leaving Biafra land. You will stop the exploitation. We will stop the exploitation by force for you. If you don't want to listen and do it amicably, we will stop it for you. Now we get them now. Now we get the land, so we know what to do and when to do it and how to do it. UK have now changed their visa policy for Niger area students that are going to UK to study. You see, they made something very deceptive to some of you. They make your educational system in Nigeria to be useless. They make your certificate to be useless. They make the schools that you go there to be useless. They cannot put the schools into a high standard so that when you are learning and then you come out, you know you've gotten everything. No. They make it to be in the lowest standard and the useless standard. So when you leave Niger area, go to another country, you have to go and do another maybe 1 or 2 or 3 years in that country to be able to catch up, because what you have learned with your certificate in your Niger area country is useless. They don't accept it in another man's country. So the educational system in one Nigeria has been bastardized by the same people that gave you the independence. Now, they now open office in your head that the best place for you to come and school is England, is UK. So your mother will be selling akara and moi moi to send you to go and school in UK. All the money now that is supposed to pop the economy of your Niger area is going to pop the economy of UK. And UK will tell you they are the ones that have the highest standard of education. They are the ones that have the best. So by proxy, you are going there to study. And then you're also going there to pop the economy of UK. As you are studying, you are working and you're still helping the economy. Your school fees that your parents pays for you to school there is 100 times more than what you pay in your Niger area for your entire years in school in Nigeria. Go and verify, like Peter Obi normally say. The same thing is applicable in America. Go and say you want to go and study. Some of you, your parents spent maybe 3 million naira or 5 million naira when you studied medicine in school. If you spend maybe 5 or 6 years, the total money that your parents spent was maybe 3 million naira or 4 million naira in total for the 6 years or 8 years you spent studying medicine. But now you are going to America and UK to study the same medicine. You will be hearing something like $100,000. Ask me, $100,000 equates it to 4 million naira that your parents spent when you were schooling. In how many places will it come out? In how many years? So they make all of you to be coming down to UK, spend the money to say you're coming to study there, and you're using the money to help the economy of UK. One. And you're still working for the UK, and the UK economy is becoming better every day. Then now, you used to have a situation whereby you are a student, you apply for visa, you can go with maybe your family without your visa approval as a student. You can now carry your family along, maybe your wife or your girlfriend or your parents or your siblings or your relations. Now, UK government has scrapped out that option. You cannot take any of your family as a student now to the UK again. If you are taking any of your family needs to go on a fresh application on his or her own, or your, if you want to come over. This is the same UK that you people say that wants the best for you. This is the same UK that masterminded the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who carries their own British passport. The kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was harnessed by Britain, Kenya, and Nigerian government. After the successful kidnap, Boris Johnson, the then Prime Minister of Britain, and the then dead Buhari impostor in Aso Rock, and Kenyatta, the president of Kenya, they all assembled in UK. To do what? To congratulate themselves and chop knuckles for a job well done of the well-planned kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Are you getting the point? So when you see us punch at UK, we know why. Some of you may not know this, but we want you all to understand that the Biafran Republic government in exile, the de facto government in the homeland, have come to stay. Now, this is the charter that guides the Biafran people. If you do not have the charter, go and get one. The charter that guides the Biafran people makes you to understand everything you need to know. Now, with this in mind, and the status quo of one Nigerian terrorist, the Biafran people have a mandate of dismantling every forces that have been deviled the people of Biafra for years. Our arms of friendship is still going out, like you hear our Prime Minister tell you every day. Before the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra, you will see many, many others coming to the fore of Biafra, that they want to align with Biafra because their women and children have been massacred too much. It's something you need to understand. You cannot be comfortable when your women and children are being massacred every day, and then you behave as if it is a normal thing. Except you have no empathy, you have no sympathy, you have no human conscience. What you all need to do is to think. Nigeria has fallen, and it is the Biafran Republic government in exile that is making it to fall. And it is the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, that has become the end to one Nigeria. The many years of massacre and genocide of the Biafran people unabatedly has come to an end, and we will continue to defend the Biafran people until Biafra is restored. Inform your people in your community that Biafra is here and Biafra has been restored already. All we need is their cooperation. We need their resources, their monetary resources, and we need all eyes and all hands to be on deck. This is 2024, and in 2024, the delegitimization of the zoo terrorists continues in extra pro-max level. Every day, we are killing the terrorists in uniforms, the terrorists in disguise, the terrorists in different ways that are coming into Biafra land to massacre our women and children. That you don't see us carrying dead bodies of our women and children and then we cry and lament every day. It is because of the firepower of the Biafran Liberation Army, the Biafran Resistance Fighters, the Biafran Navy, the Biafran Air Force, and the Biafran Defense Force, and every armed groups that are fighting under the Brgie. Sorry about that. So we will continue until Nigeria is totally destroyed in Biafra land. Be security conscious and follow our Prime Minister, because he's the only Prime Minister of the Biafran people. I salute all of you. It is New Year. A new year with new WOTOWOTO pattern. New year with new strategies. New year with no nonsense. New Year with super firepower, New Year with destroy all the enemies of Biafra and let them see no road. Because the defense of the Biafran people is the important thing here. And we will continue to do it until Biafra is restored. I thank you all and keep your fingers crossed because Biafra is here.
The governor of the state himself obeys the sit at home on Monday, and then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit at home, and government shut down on Mondays. It means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish, beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives, or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the prize is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hell to Biafra, consecrated nation, oh fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood will count our privilege. The waving standard which emboldened thee free shall always be our flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscared we'll pass. When we are poised the wind of battle to wield, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets peal the glorious song of victory. We score might and wrong. Oh God, protect us from dying in pitfall. Guide all our movements, lest we go astray. Give us the strength to heed the humanist call, to give and not to count the cost each day.